In this video, we're going to look at more advanced tab stops and tab stops with leaders. So the first thing I want to do is remove the tab stops from this line. So we can do it individually by dragging them off the ruler like that, but much easier is to open the tabs dialog box and use the clear all option here. And that will remove all of them. There's still one tab between each thing and at the beginning of each line. But now we're going to use the tab dialog box to apply tabs with leaders to make this easier to read. So again, I'm going to click on the paragraph settings icon and click on tabs. And now the positions that we want. The first one we want, say, let's say about 1 centimeter. So I'm going to simply type that in there. If you're not using centimeters, you can type in whatever unit of measurement you are using. And then the alignment, you can choose from left, center, right, decimal, or bar, as we discussed in the previous video. And you can choose a leader as well. In this case, I won't have a leader. So I'm going to click on Set. And I'll click on OK just to demonstrate that, and it adds the left tab there at 1 centimeter. So now we can do more than one at a time. So now that I've got 1 centimeter, I'm going to do, let's say, a 4.25 centimeter, and let's do a left one, but let's add a leader now. Leader as in leading your eye to the next thing, commonly used in tables of contents and so on. So I'm going to click on Set there. Then I'm going to do another one at about, let's say, 7 centimeters. And I can even leave out the centimeters if I want to. And I'll make that a center tab, and I'll use the dashes leader there. Click on Set to save it. You'll know it's saved if it appears in this bigger box at the bottom here. Finally, I think I'll do one at 15, and that will be a right leader with the underscore or the solid line leader there, and choose Set. This box is also where you can change the default tab stops, which is where you just press tab without having tab stops set, but unless you want to change that, you're probably just going to leave that there. So you want to set specific tab stops in this case. So I'm going to click OK, and now it's going to apply. Again, nothing will happen if you don't already have the tab key having been pressed in that space. So there's the ... and it was left aligned, as you can see there. Here's the center aligned one, and we can move it to make it easier to see. I think this is not the best position. And you'll see the line or the leader goes up to the text, wherever that may be. And then here we've got the right aligned underscore leader, and this underscore leader is what you might use for if you want a line to say sign here, or if you just want blank lines to include, and I'll demonstrate that momentarily. So here I would like to have some blank lines for someone to answer a question, or whatever the case may be. So again, I'm going to go into my paragraph and tabs dialog box, and I'm going to choose, because there's no text on these lines that is typed, then it doesn't really matter about the alignment. I'm going to choose number 4 leader, and I'm going to make it end at, let's make it at 16, which is the end of the page. And click Set. If I click OK, it will set it as well, but obviously if I wanted to do multiple tab stops, then I would want to click Set. I'm going to click OK. Again, nothing changes except the tab appears on the ruler. So once I press tab, then it appears as a blank line, and I can go into a new line and do it like that and have multiple lines there. If I want to actually make a bit more spacing so that people can fill in there, I can either change the line spacing, or I can use the before and after paragraph spacing. So in this case, there's a bit more space for people to physically write, if this was something that you were going to fill in. So if I wanted to set it up so that there's some text next to the lines, then I could perhaps type the text first before doing the leaders. So I'm going to do this here, and I've still got my 16 centimeter underscore tab. stop, but I'm also going to start the lines at the same place so it doesn't look as strange. So I'm going to set another 3 centimeter, no leader, left aligned tab stop. Now I can press tab once to get to the 3 centimeter tab and a second time to get to the tab at the end of the page. And as always, if something doesn't work correctly, you can select the lines affected and go back into the tabs dialog box and just check that you'd actually set the leaders, check that the alignment is correct, and so on and so forth. You can also just change them by dragging them on the ruler here if they're not in the position that you want, but you can't change the leaders from this view. Okay, and that's pretty much tabs with leaders in a nutshell.